Let's talk about how to read between the lines as we supersize and grow our businesses. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and I'm going to share 5 ways to read between the lines. Read between the lines is an idiom and an expression. It's been around for a long time. I've heard it my entire life, which is pretty long. But its absolute origin is a little bit cryptic. They think it might come from the cryptographic practice of determining the true meaning of a message or a communication, usually in a letter or a written communication, the intent and the reason and the purpose and the real message that was often hidden between the lines of written letters and written communications, kind of like codes and coding back in the day when they used to transmitted secret messages and secret codes through different means and different ways of communicating messages that they maybe didn't want everybody to know about. And in business, that of course means that we're looking for the intent, the reason why. What do people really want as we're dealing with them? And are they communicating it to us? What are they not communicating to us that we ought to be picking up on, so we make sure that we're giving them what it is that they need in order to be satisfied and happy doing business with us. So I've definitely had a lot of experience with this particular idiom and expression, whether it's in different business negotiations, negotiating different contracts, buying and selling businesses, being involved in different legal, I guess, court cases or regulatory situations or audits and things like that. It's a matter of knowing what the intent is behind the practice or the process, not just assuming. So what are 5 ways that we can discern what others intend or what they want as we're building and growing and supersizing our business? I think these are pretty common sense, but a lot of people don't seem to have common sense, so we're going to go over them anyway. The first one is you need to listen carefully to what people are saying. You need to turn off your brain a little bit and actually just be present and listen with your whole being, so that you can get the communication, so you can observe the body language, so you can observe what they're saying. Take notes. I am a huge note taker, have been my entire life, because I know that I'm going to miss stuff. I can't rely on my memory and my listening alone, but I want to write things down, the important things and the things that people say, so that I can analyze and go over them later. Thirdly, I want to notice what the person does not say. Often in negotiations and in contract negotiations and in all different types of communications, it's just as important what the person does not say as what they do say. I'm in an experience right now where we're finding that the other party is not saying anything, and they're not saying anything is pretty much a profession of guilt anyway, and not the type of people that we want to deal with in our business. Fourth, ask for clarity. If you don't understand something, if something isn't clear, ask for clarification. There's nothing wrong with asking people, how can I serve you? How can I help? What do you want? What would make this work out better for you? You know, where's the middle ground here? How can we figure out how everybody gets their needs met and nobody feels like they won and nobody feels like they lost? And finally, reflect on the things that the person actually said. Take some time after the communication, after reading the letter, after having an interaction with somebody or a negotiation or a conversation, and actually reflect on and think about that conversation. And that often after the fact, when we're reflecting, is when we actually see the nuances and the message that really is the intent, the body language, the communication that isn't being said, that is actually really most important and pertinent to the situation. I hope I'm not talking in circles, because that's one of my pet peeves. I'd love to know your experience with this particular idiom or expression. Read between the lines. It's a poignant expression and very applicable in my life and my experiences. So I'm curious if it is in yours as well. Have an awesome day. If I can help you in any way, hit me up. Otherwise, I will be with you tomorrow with another interesting idiom. What does it mean? Where does it come from? And how might you use it to supersize and grow your business? Have an awesome day and week.